Peter, but I'm
Oh.
I confess I'm wrong, Peter, but I confess I'm wrong, Peter, but I confess I'm wrong, Peter, but I confess I'm wrong, Peter.
Do 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 do. Good evening. Back by popular demand. Do 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 do.
Liftoff will start in T-minus 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We have ignition.
Live from the Tony Wallow Studios, it's the Ken Stout Live Show, featuring the Zoom Homies, produced by L&K Productions.
Hello, everybody. Welcome into the May 31st, the last day of May. Ken Stout Live with the Zoom Homies with Ken Stout Light. And yes, I am Groot. For those of you that didn't know that, that is my official birth name. Well, I changed it to Ken Stout Live because it's just so much easier to remember. Let me go let Chris in, and I'll unmute the Zoom Homies. We have Sam, who was first last night. Great guy, William Dawson, and Chris Garrett is joining us. So what is 64? Well, somebody said something earlier about who is going to be 64. That's a pretty good guess. Yeah. So, okay, I'll spill the beans. I will be 64 next Wednesday.
Been there, done that.
Yeah, it's rapidly approaching.
You say you're 46.
Yeah, those days are gone. Can't do that anymore. Ken is next week. Yes, June 7th. I will be 64 years old.
So I'll be 50 in August. Can I say I'm 05?
And where are your parents?
What? Thank you, Bobby. Did everyone see the Farmer in the Dell thing that I kind of hastily threw together after I started it on Daily Da Vinci today?
Yeah.
I added
Sorry.
Well, are you watching the stream, Jeff?
Yeah, I'm in Zoom and stream both.
Okay, well,
I have the stream muted.
So for those of us that didn't watch it, I'm not going to mention anyone's name. Geographically, I believe he's out west somewhere, possibly Las Vegas. I don't know. I'm going to replay.
Oops, I got to go and do something.
Here we go. It's going to play in 3, 2, 1, and it's playing. I haven't added audio yet because I don't think I can put the nursery rhyme in there. I'm sure I'll get in trouble with that.
Copyright.
Yeah, I put Doug Betts in there. He's probably going to complain. And yes, I know he's coming in from the wrong side. I wanted him to come in at the same thing with the computer. And I know how to do that. I just ran out of time to fix it. So I'll fix it for maybe, yes, when I get older, losing my hair many years from now, Will you still be sending me a Valentine's birthday greeting bottle of wine? Yep. Oh, and I have confirmation of something we've all suspected that I will discuss after the stream is over. It's not going to be. It's not going to be a big shock. Do what, Chris?
I said, you are related to Josh?
No, I am not related to Josh.
Well,
now I should be able to go right back to here and that go back without the introduction, and it did. Mini Doug has been spotted. Yes, I actually did have it one time where it worked right. Do what?
Or mini Dougs.
I thought about putting more than one Doug in there, and I'm still going to doctor that up a little bit. I let something slip earlier today.
Sure. Mini Dougs.
Mini Doug. Yeah, go like Adam Driver and Adam 9 Iron. Yeah.
Oh.
So that charger I had bought for this new laptop, that barrel charger, instead of using the USB-C, I bought that barrel one. At first it wasn't working, but now it's working. I grabbed the wrong one when I hooked my laptop up. It was in my bag. I didn't realize I grabbed the wrong one. I just plugged it in and just to see if it would work, and it works.
Well, I do have an announcement to make, and I will get something done up on DaVinci to further this announcement later. This is the last night for Ken Stout Live, starting at 10:30 local time, my time. Mrs. K starts at 12-hour shifts tomorrow, but she's not on the schedule for tomorrow, so that makes no difference. If she's off, I'll start at 9. She's working, I'll start at 9. So moving forward, the show should start every night now at 9 o'clock Eastern Standard, Eastern Daylight, Indiana time, whatever you want to call it.
That's my dinner time.
Is that the new place, Ken?
Is that a who, a what?
That the new place?
That is the new place, yes.
Of course, the other one's not. They'll change it.
Well, they forced her to go, to stay on a part-time status, they forced her to go to what's known as PRN, which is medical for as needed. And what that means is they will call her when they don't have someone to work. They're not going to schedule her to work. They're just going to, if someone like, I would just die laughing if tonight they send her a message and say, hey, we need you to come in, because she's going to say, well, sorry, I can't. I can't, just can't. Number one, I'm not going to take her down there. So she sent 5 messages today to see if she was on the schedule, and they never answered her. So my basic rule of thumb on that is she needs to stop reaching out and slowly get rid of that job. Brian Lightfoot, Ken is moving to Studio B. Yeah, I'm just going to move right across the hall. Maybe down the hall a little bit and over a little bit. I don't know.
Oh, in the closet?
Yes. What? I got a closet that's probably big enough to do that. I don't think Mrs. K would like that, though, if I threw all the clothes out, took the shelving out, and put my stuff in there. It would actually be about as the size it is right now, maybe a little bit bigger, because right now the green screen is less than 3 inches away because the cameras got moved and it's just all messed up. Question for Sam, QFS. How many of us remember the days of Doug when it was QFK? Anyway, question for Sam.
Sure.
You asked for animation. Did today's Daily DaVinci possibly cover that or not?
I think it did.
Okay. I have not Googled the definition of animation.
Just the basics is enough to get started with.
Oh yeah, there's again, I'm just barely scratching the surface, and when I say that I'm barely scratching the surface of DaVinci, it's just such a powerful program. It really is. In the closet, nope, not going there. I hope Jim joins us on Zoom later. I think he'll be intrigued. Although the news that I'm not going to say it over live stream, and you guys will understand why. No one is going to be shocked. No one. Maybe Sam. And that's because Sam hasn't been with us all that long. I'm not picking on Sam, and nothing against Sam. But he hasn't been with us for the duration of some events we've gone through, so he won't Oh, look, speaking of.
Jim will probably be amused. I was going down the road today. I was flipping the radio, and I picked up some radio stations out of Michigan, from Georgia.
Was your host Gary Weisenberger, or was it another DJ? A bomb.
I don't know. It was just a station. It was a station somewhere out of north of Detroit.
Huh.
Several stations out of Michigan.
I listened to one radio station, and it's only FM, and it carries sports, and that's the only state. It carries Indiana basketball, Indianapolis Colts, the Indy 500. I don't know if it carries NASCAR or not, but that's the only station I have that I listen to.
Jim, there's Jim. Is it time for the 11-year sunspot cycle?
It's been. We're somewhere around the peak as we speak.
Cause did you just hear what I said? I was picking up a radio station out of Michigan.
Yeah, on what band?
96. It was FM.
FM. That's not. That's got nothing to do with the solar cycle. That has everything to do with something called tropospheric ducting.
What is the solar? What we're talking about?
His original question was about the solar cycle.
Solar cycle.
Actually, it would do the shortwave bands.
That affects the shortwave bands, yes, but not the FM band.
I thought it did the FM, but I guess it don't then.
And the solar cycle is exactly what?
It's every 11 years. The output of flares on the sun follows an 11-year cycle.
Oh, okay.
It has peaks and it has valleys.
Sort of like my divorce rate cycle. Okay.
Well, there could be that too.
Bobby says, "How am I? I'm all right."
Damn,
I'm kind of
Alex
looking
is not
forward
here?
to, huh?
Alex
no, he's
is
not. I don't know what's going on with him.
Yeah, really. I was going all set to come in. And it's like, well, it's been 10 minutes. What's our Alex count?
Thus far at 0. I did make you co-host. I talked to him briefly this afternoon, and I had a few things I wanted to do around here, and I did that. Sat down on the couch, and the next thing I know, I'm waking up and going, "Man, I gotta go take a nap." And that's what I've done. Actually, I was pretty frustrated that the NVIDIA Shield wouldn't work right on this one station I was trying to watch. Worked everywhere else, of course, but the one I wanted to watch, it wouldn't work. So it is what it is.
What would you do if your sports station all of a sudden faded out and the station out of California came in?
I'd be all right with that. I mean, there's no secret how that works. They're stealing the signal from somewhere and rebroadcasting or restreaming it or however that works. I'm not a tech person, so I don't know. I would probably, if that happened, so as long as I'm watching, let's just say NASCAR, and it goes from, let's just say Georgia, a Georgia station, which is what I watch the Indy out of, and it stays with NASCAR, I don't care, as long as it's the same thing. Now, if I'm watching NASCAR and all of a sudden it switches over to Mod or All in the Family or something like that, then I'd be perturbed, but it would take me about a minute and a half to find the race again, so not a great loss.
I'm talking about radio, not TV.
Oh, radio? I don't know, because the one station
all of a sudden started playing Spanish music out of California.
Can they hijack a radio station signal?
Not a question of hijack.
Oh, it's not.
It's a sunspot.
Oh, okay.
Not the sun. I keep telling you, it's not the sunspot.
Yeah, okay. It's a skill. I call it skill.
So let's just say I'm listening to a radio station and it's broadcasting the race, and then all of a sudden it did start broadcasting Spanish music. What would cause that?
Well, there's one of a number of reasons. It depends on what the distance is. But if it's another station on the same frequency, it would depend on what the distance involved is. Because if it's a couple of 100 miles, it's tropospheric ducting, and it's probably there's not a whole lot you can do about it. If it was somebody who actually hacked the station itself, because they're all more or less remote controlled these days,
sure,
then somebody would have hacked into the network system and switched the stream or something.
Like Alex Chic.
I got some good news.
More than likely, if you're close to the station, it's not going to come in thousands of miles away.
Yeah, I would think not. Mike
Not
Wojcik
on
says
FM.
Alex is out looking for my birthday present. Doubtful. Bobby said he's on his way to Indiana. Even more doubtful.
There you go. What's the going on, Greg?
That's one of the sites I was being access denied. You do not have permission.
Interesting.
Are you back in? Has everything worked out, or are you still locked out of?
I just spot checked this one. I haven't spot checked the other two.
All right, looks like they might have gotten it working.
Let's go.
So your ISP fixed a couple of things apparently.
Well,
about to find out. Nope.
No. Oh no. Oh no.
Refresh your address before you cancel, before you say they haven't.
Oh, one doesn't work. What about Navy?
I'll place my BETTS on that. It doesn't.
Well,
No.
Look, I come back and it doesn't.
So one worked at least once. The others didn't.
Yeah.
So I thought Brian joined. Did he join and then leave? Thought I let him in.
I haven't changed anything.
Hmm.
Yeah, Brian is there. Now, why am I not seeing him over here?
Curiouser and curiouser.
There he is. Hello, Brian.
I might have something that I noticed.
Stealth mode retracted a message before I could get over there. I remember 6 a.m.
Or 600 a.m.
Oh, 600 a.m. Oh, the radio.
Maybe.
I remember as a kid, I could pick up WLS out of Chicago most nights.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what was it? Used to be on the radio. If you tuned it just right, you could get the audio from certain TV stations.
That's the
I could only get the
88.6. Channel 6 audio.
Yeah, that was the same with ours, was Channel 6. And at that time, it was NBC. They have changed over to ABC. But yeah, I do 87.7, I think it was.
Yep.
Well, that's because in the old days, if you will, Channel 6 audio was just below the FM broadcast band.
Yep.
Hey, Jim.
Yes.
The tropospheric ducting that you're talking about, is that the same as what the CB people used to call talking on skip?
No. That's definitely affected by the solar cycle. That's still technically considered shortwave. Once you get above roughly about 45 megahertz, 50 megahertz, or whatever the sun doesn't affect it. It's usually atmospheric stuff that'll affect it.
Because I could remember talking on CB on a mobile unit in a car, talking to somebody that's 2,000 miles away.
Yeah,
that's only when the weather conditions were perfect for that.
Saw something the other day, and I don't remember where online, about CB is going to switch to the FM method.
They've already doing it. Some they got some for sale.
Oh, that'll wreak havoc. That'll definitely wreak havoc. Capture effect on FM is going to make those people crazy.
They say you can still hear it though. You can still hear it on AM, and you can still hear AM on the FM. I don't know now.
Stealth mode says GMSR radio. Yes.
GMRS.
Oh, okay. What did I say? GSM?
And the circuitry for decoding AM and FM is not similar at all.
No.
Not really, no.
I got a GMRS license.
I got an MOU. I never mind. I can't spell.
It was a nice try.
Thanks. Bobby Warren says Alec is sick tonight. Well, sorry to hear that. I'm not real sure I know who Allie is, unless she's a member of the Zoom Homies or a subscriber, and I don't think she's either or. So hope she gets well.
That's supposedly his neighbor.
Oh, okay.
And I asked two of my neighbors who have the same ISP as I do, and they were able to get to Navy Federal.
Really? Now, that's odd. Well, I find it odd. Of course, it doesn't take a lot for me to find something odd.
Greg, try using a VPN.
Yeah, I don't think that's going to work.
So Ellie's his neighbor and the news anchor and his neighbor. All right. Well, I hope she gets to feeling better. Hope it's nothing serious. Of course, possibly being your neighbor made her sick. I don't know. I'm just spitballing ideas here. Brian got it. Probably lose another one just like Eileen. Here we go. I'm trying an experiment tonight. I've got Zoom full screen and I put the chat over the top of it because I can see chat on the monitor. I don't need to see chat.
Well, you're still hovering a little bit above 270.
Yeah, I'm still sitting solid 272, which is all right. I got no complaints with it. It'll eventually get to where, it'll eventually go up. It might take it some time, but it'll go up.
Stay there. I'm still awaiting the payment for this month.
Speaking of a number, I'm under 245. It won't stay there. I'm sure it'll be back in the next day or two. But it was nice to read 244 or something. And who would have thought that a t-shirt and a pair of shorts would weigh 2 pounds? I wouldn't have. Oh, and my belt. I forgot I had my belt on. I'd like to crack 240. Oh, speaking of weight. So this morning I got a missed calls from the VA. Please call this number, 555-1212, extension 2. I call it. It's the ophthalmology department. I said, you guys called me and left me a message and said to call. Give my name, my social security. Oh yeah, we need to schedule you for an eye exam. I went, excuse me? I was just in there Friday of last week. Nobody said anything to me on Friday about scheduling an eye exam. Well, we need to schedule you for me. All right, hold on. Oh, I can't do that. I said, what? And she says, I have to, she mentioned some other department. And I said, hold on. You guys called me, gave me a direct number, gave me an extension. You answered the phone. You're with the ophthalmology department. Oh, no. I'm not with the ophthalmology department. I'm with the eye clinic. Is the eye clinic, or is the ophthalmology department part of the eye clinic? Well, yes, it is. Why can't you schedule my appointment? Seriously, this went on for 15 minutes because the more she went and tried to play Alex cheek, the more I got, I won't say frustrated, but I'm like, every little thing I can challenge, I'm challenging now. I really am. And I finally was like, look, I'm going to be there next week. I'll swing by the eye clinic and the ophthalmology department and anywhere else I need to figure out what's going on. And she goes, that's a good idea.
Yep, you're getting closer to 64, all right.
I'm telling you. Well, I would think on Friday they would say they wanted, maybe they wanted to do a follow-up in a month or 2 or 3 or whatever. No, nothing.
You got memory dealing with the government.
Oh gosh, do I? Well, that reminds me, I gotta pay my
At
VA
the risk
bill.
of sounding like a bureaucrat, you could have asked her for the number to call.
Well, the last time I did that, they gave me the exact same number with a different extension, and that got nowhere. I would bet money it's somebody sitting at home and they have no idea what is going on, seriously, because the last time, you guys remember the blood draw debacle when they said, oh, we can't do that until July. Well, I knew I'd get it done on Friday, and I did. So, and I know that
Or it's
person.
an automated message from someplace.
It could have been. Well, no, because she said, this is Diana or Debbie or, I don't know, Dumas. I couldn't quite catch the name.
Well, or she got an automated thing to call you. Maybe.
Possibly. So Windfish is one Sam is suggesting to restart Windows and Safe in order to narrow the problem down more. I just tried Edge. Groot, same error. Oh, Goot.
Got.
Boy, have we got Doug going.
Here we go, kids. Let's see. Here we go.
I heard the bell, but I didn't.
And here we have the definitive answer from Bobby.
I haven't went safe mode in years.
Well, you're only 25 minutes late tonight. Is this going to be a habit from now on?
I don't know. Go ahead. I'm waiting. I know what's going to happen.
I ask a question
No.
Boy, what a pessimist.
No. You're going to have to do something first. What that is entirely up to you.
Yes, and it won't take much. But again, you're 25 minutes late. Is this a habit? Is this going to be a nightly thing?
I don't know.
Do you goot an excuse?
Yes.
You have to goot an excuse.
It's a nightly, it seems to be a nightly thing. You're constantly changing the time that you stream up.
No. And when you come back, I will discuss that with you.
Was it even 3 minutes?
I have 2 minutes.
A minute.
No, actually, Jeff is right because he came in at 10:55. It's 10:56. Less than a minute, depending on where we were at in 55.
If he would have looked at the stream, he would have saw what time it started.
I'm sure he gets notifications on his phone and his computer. I get them on my phone. I don't get them on the computer. So did he leave or did I remove him? I think.
No, he's still there.
Oh, yeah, I got to scroll up.
He's still there.
Is Alice going for world records?
Okay, yeah, really. Sam, the count's 1. I'll put you in charge of keeping charge of the count.
I know it started at 9:30 for me.
So why would you say something silly like I haven't changed the time, honestly, in at least a year. It's either 10:30 or 9 o'clock for at least a year. Now, how could you justify, and I can't wait to hear this answer, that I change the time all the time?
Because you said or.
What?
Never mind.
No, this is legitimate. I said or, no. For over a year, 10:30 or 9 o'clock. When do I start at 9 o'clock? When Mrs. K is off. And I don't have to leave here at 10 minutes till 10 and pick her up. That's when I start at 9 o'clock. Now, I'm going to confuse the hell out of you. Starting tomorrow, all streams will be at 9 o'clock. So when you show up at 10:55 one night, I'm going to say, what's your excuse now? So you better start writing it out right now. Because I know you'll be late and I know you'll have some lame excuse. By the way, number 2 is about to arrive. And he laughs about it. I lost chat, doggone it.
Where's he at?
I put him in the waiting room. I threw him over there.
I don't know if it's punishment or rewards.
Yeah, I don't know. So Greg, let me catch up. Yeah, I did a little bit more on the golf video today. I did expand it out and fix that, but I'm going to revamp how I'm doing the scorecard itself. The way I'm doing it works. It's just time consuming. There's got to be a faster way. I'll let him back in. Probably.
That big gorilla that Greg has in his background, that kind of looks like Alex smiling.
Uh-oh.
And I didn't bother to leave because I realized someone got smart and it enabled the waiting room.
I think we're about to have count number 3 coming up real quick. Do you think there's a prize for this? Honestly, there's not. I mean, I'm not even going to go get some carnival and pick out some little bitty stuff. Oh, wait, maybe I will go get you a mini Doug.
I would just have noted for the record that at no time did my hand touch the mouse.
No, I put him in there so far the 2 times he's been there. Wow, Greg is giving
And
him
I've
till
only
June 15th.
and I've only been here for 5 minutes just now.
Actually, I think you set a record tonight. You were here less than a minute when you ended up in the waiting room. And right now you are here 5 minutes exactly. So if Doug was here, I'd have him do the math to tell me, based on you were here a minute and the show's an hour, what's the proximity or how many times will you end up in the waiting room? And I can do that in my head.
How many times have you been in the waiting room already?
Twice.
In 5 minutes.
In 5 minutes.
Basically, yeah.
Yeah. So Greg has given him to the 15th to fix this problem. That is very generous of you. Very,
You mean you
very
didn't go to
generous.
the?
I give
You
him
mean
about
you didn't
3
go to
hours.
their office?
Do what?
You didn't go. He didn't go to their office.
Well, I don't know.
If it was me, I would have went to the office and stood there and stayed there all day if I needed.
Sorry, I was going to join, but I fell out of my chair twice trying to join watching this dude get put in the waiting room twice already.
Look, everybody, it's Sean Gallagher. Hello.
Every time I tried to
I need to get that recorded from him.
Hi, Sean.
The hellos?
When his very low monitor, hello. You know, I'm so excited. Hello. That I need to go back and pick that out of his
I'm
screen.
laughing so hard my eyes are watering.
Hey Brian, is that some dark secret that you have? Have you started secretly watching Paw Patrol? If we look at your YouTube history, it'll just be hours and hours of cartoons.
Goodbye.
Hang on, I'll let Brian answer that question. Give me 1 second.
No, that's me with my grandkids.
Okay, Brian, you can now answer that question if you'd like.
Well, let me say this about that. See, Ken and I, we have mental telepathy going back and forth here, correct?
That's because we are both Groot. We could probably speak in the Groot language and we know exactly what we're talking about.
And we're both over 63.
Gruet. I think the pronunciation Doug came up with was Gruet.
Gruet. Yeah,
Gruet.
He's in the Afrikaner language. What in the?
How many people here are co-hosts?
Hey, Ken.
Yeah, Sean.
Put him in the waiting room because Jim was eating something, just put something in his mouth, and it looked like he was going to choke over it when you put him in the waiting room.
I didn't put him in the waiting room.
Jim, we don't want to lose Jim.
At no time did my fingers leave my hand.
That was all done through telepathy.
I know you made Ken. You made a Brian. He put me in the waiting room because that was an answer to your question.
Well, I gave the answer.
3 times.
I gave the answer, but you didn't get to hear it. So I don't know. Well,
so this is probably this is about the point in time in the show where I need to make a disclaimer to anyone that's new watching this that we are not picking on Alex Cheek. This is all being done in good humor between all of us and Alex himself finds the humor in it. We are not picking on Alex Cheek. I don't want anyone to misinterpret it that we are. Now, if it was Josh Kender, we're picking on Josh Kender. That's a different story. But with Alex, no, we are not picking on him.
No, if it was me and I was a host, if Josh was here, I would put him in the waiting room just as much as you're putting me in the waiting room.
Yeah, but there's got to be a reason. You just can't. I mean, if you do that, you're picking on him, and we don't want to pick on him. You have to have some little bit of a reason to put him in the waiting room. You just can't, because you're upset with him, put him in the waiting room. That doesn't work. I mean, he's got to say something.
Sure you can. You do it all.
In all seriousness, though, we are not picking on him. It is being done in humor. He normally comes back accepting what's going on.
I used to go to chat rooms back in the day, and they used to do that to people just to playing around. Kick them out and let them come back.
I watched
you just did it. See there, you just did it again.
Yes, I did. That was me. See, I admitted it. It was me. Now, the next one that happens is going to be telepathic. I'm not going to, in fact, when you go in the waiting room next time, my hands are going to be just like this. I got complimented on the hat. That's why I'm wearing a hat for 2 nights in a row. It's kind of warm in here. That's why I had to turn the fan up. I was watching another channel that's just getting started earlier tonight while I was working on the Da Vinci thing. Maybe that's why I messed it up, because I was laughing so hard at something that was said. Instead of having it come in with the computer, it comes in from the opposite side. There was foul language, or adult language, as Doug calls it, used. And it was funny. I thought it was extremely funny. Don't everybody stop talking.
I got these. So far, I can hear everybody. Nobody's low yet. I got these Logitech speakers.
From what I see on the monitor, I should be low on YouTube. And honestly, it looks like you guys from Zoom should be low on YouTube as well. That's another one of them settings that I don't mess with that has mysteriously changed.
Well, I turned my volume on when you put me in the waiting room, man, and everybody sounds good on YouTube.
Good.
Logitech 313. I think that's it.
Where have I seen Nova from? I've seen this person. Hello, Nova. Welcome in.
A Chevy Nova.
I'm confused about something. Of course, it doesn't take a lot to confuse me these days.
But do you know what you're doing?
No. Yeah. Sure. At least I'm confused and I know what I'm doing, but seriously, I've seen that name somewhere. Doug's maybe? Or possibly Grandpa Doug plays Fortnite or learns Fortnite or whatever it is. Possibly.
There's some Fortnite videos on Nova's channel.
That's a good possibility then.
Has 150 subscribers and 27 videos.
He says Doug in chat.
Well, I've lost my chat temporarily. I'm trying to get it back from Doug. Okay, that's what I thought. So good to see you. Thank you for joining. I appreciate it. Did Doug redirect you here, or did you just happen to stumble on?
Now, there's more than one Doug. Are you sure he's talking about live Windows training?
Is there more than one Doug, really? Seriously? I did not know that.
There's 3 Dougs.
I think I specifically mentioned Grandpa Doug plays Fortnite. I believe it's learns Fortnite, before you correct me. And then there's a live Windows training - Doug Betts. That's the 2 I know about. How many more are there?
Well, there's Mini Doug.
And now there's Mini Doug. And pretty soon there's going to be Mini Doug.
Oh, she said she saw you in live Windows.
Oh, okay. All right.
She. Sorry, I messed it up.
You're fine. I like Brian's comment about stealth mode. Good to see you. When did you get released from prison? That's pretty good.
Of course,
just this afternoon.
Would be, I haven't been released.
Isn't Fortnite Doug and Window Training Doug the same person? Yes, it is. Yep. It is the same person, and there are allegedly per Doug 5 Dougs.
Yes,
Doug's words, not mine.
Different personalities between the Fortnite one and the live Windows training one.
A little bit, yeah.
In some of his introductions, you can see 2 of them at once.
Yeah. Yes, you can. Yes, you
some of the stories Doug tells on some of the stories Doug tells on his Windows Daily. I would really like to be there. When he's working on stuff for his customers and when he's actually doing stuff on site.
I try to watch his Fortnite when I can. And I always say hi, and then I'll literally throw it on the other monitor, and then I'll start doing something. But I've got it playing in the background, and I'm paying somewhat attention. I had to mess with him a little bit either yesterday or today when he was trying to figure out how many levels he's got to go up each day to make it to his goal of 200 within a week. Because when he tried to do that at the end of his fortnight, he struggled trying to figure that out. I mean, and I don't know if he was pretending or acting or what, but to me, it looked like he genuinely got confused. It looked like he was like, wait a minute, this is simple math, but I can't take 12 and divide it by 4 and come up with 16 right now. I don't know what's going on. So that's why I did that. Nova says, I wake up at 12 p.m. He streams at 10 a.m. Yeah, he does stream basically the same time 6 days a week, and Saturdays he moves it to, I think, 5 my time. I think it is.
4.
Every now and then he'll do 2 a day. I've seen him do 2 streams on Fortnite before.
Well, he could catch the Saturday session.
Yeah. I have not had the chance to play Fortnite. You're not missing anything, Roy. Doug should do a video of all the Dougs in a big family argument.
It's just
His
a lot
Saturday
of
stations
toxic
are
kids.
His Saturday stations are better than Ken's sometimes because at least Doug don't put me in the waiting room.
What? Excuse me. What was that again? Could you say that again? Thank you, whoever did that.
We can make that happen.
Doug should do a video of all the Dougs in a big family argument. I believe, boy, I almost went into Tim's soul there. I believe he did a video from the cabin with
Yes, he
the
did.
5 Dougs one time.
Yes, he did.
And he did I hope he's not watching that. He did a horrible job of editing that, by the way. I mean, not that I'm any better. If I did the video, the lines would probably be all squiggly and everything else. So
I thought the mini
my hat is off to him because he's at least doing it. And
I thought the mini Doug that he did this morning was real sneaky. It snuck in there.
Yeah.
Up on the eyeglass rack, and he didn't say a word about it for about 4 or 5 minutes.
Yes.
Even though there were comments about it, he just skipped right over those comments until he was ready for it.
Yeah, and I sometimes think he skips over comments intentionally. I think he sees them, but I think he knows it's there and he knows he's going to address it at some point in time, so he just skips right over them. But yeah, it was pretty good. I tried to do something similar in the golf video with the spotlight, and I can't get that to work to save my life. I've got it looking okay for a non-professional, but if Jose was here, he'd complain about it. And if Tim was here, he'd probably complain about it. For my point in time with Da Vinci, I'm okay with it. And you might get to see that tomorrow with a little bit of luck.
Oh, I just wanted to say one thing, Ken. Remember on April Fools when we all did the same avatar?
Yes. Let's bring that up again. Sure, I remember.
How Doug really appreciated that because he shows that as part of his intro.
Yes. Oh, I think he did appreciate it, honestly.
Remember when you tried to tell me, when you tried to tell everybody that was going to be your last stream, and you made some of us rather upset?
I have no clue what you're talking about. What are you talking about?
April Fool's Day. You said it was going to be your last stream.
Oh, you mean I pulled an April Fool's prank?
Yes.
Oh, okay. I vaguely remember something about that, yes. And I vaguely remember I did maybe...
You did it before, too.
I have, actually, Chris.
I bet you'll do it again.
I may do it again next year to see how long it takes Alex to catch on next year. I don't know yet.
What? April Fools for Alex? Okay. Watch this, Alex. April Fools.
Let me go catch up with Chad.
I don't know what happened. I think his sound bar is broken.
Yeah, we'll have to ask him when he comes back. Nova said I used to play sometimes with him when he was playing with viewers. I don't know if he's going to go back to playing against people or with teammates or viewers or whatever once he gets to the end of the season. If he said so, I haven't caught it. I hope he does. I'm sure he'll play with, I'm sure Dennis will be there because Dennis is there right now. Let's all ignore Alex. No, that'll make him mad. And I did get a few emails about it that they were like, well, sorry to see you go, and, helps me do this and this and that and the other. And I felt bad because I knew it was a joke, and I didn't intend to hurt anyone's feelings or make anyone mad or make anyone send me emails of that nature. So here we are, damn near 2 months later, and I'm still apologizing for it.
I damn near went out and bought a bottle of Jack Daniels.
Holy cow!
You were going to celebrate no more daily Da Vinci's, right?
Yeah.
Every time I get up to leave the room and I come back, Alex is gone.
Well, he was looking for a new place to live, if you remember right.
Alex, hey, in the waiting room?
Have you checked your soundbar lately? Looks around like, who's he talking to?
Yeah.
Earth to Alex. Come in, Alex.
Looks around like, who's he talking to? Earth to Alex. Come in, Alex. Oh, he has his volume on.
Oh, that's a cardinal saying that. We cannot allow that. Oh, you know what the penalty for having your volume on is, right?
I forgot.
Mm-hmm. I've lost count, Sam.
I've lost
7, 8, 9.
I think we're at 6.
I ran out of fingers.
Well, let's see. He's saying 6 or 7. Okay.
7. Oh my God.
Well, Brian's done it twice.
You did 2
Jim,
times.
have you done it at all yet?
I've done it, I think, once, maybe twice.
3. Yeah, let's go with 6. 6 seems to be a pretty good number. He left. Did he seriously leave?
Oh, well, don't let him back in now.
Well, it's just like the NHL penalty box, okay? He's going to be there for 2 minutes and then comes right back on the ice, gets one skate on the ice, does something wrong, and right back to the penalty box, which, by the way, that starts Saturday night in Las Vegas. And Vegas is actually favored to win the Stanley Cup. So,
yeah, I wonder
I see they've got 3 people on the team who were in the first year, I think, because they were quoting 3 of the guys on.
Did I let him in?
No, let him leave about 3 or 4 more times and come back.
And then we'll kick him out.
And they were saying that they were going to do it this time based upon their experience in the first one. I think there's 3 guys left from the original team. At least what
the other thing
I saw on the RJ.
Yeah, the other thing that's going around in the sports headlines is the state of Florida can have 2 champions because Miami is in the NBA finals, and the Florida, whatever they are, what are they? They're not the Panthers. Anyway, if they win the Stanley Cup and Miami happens to win the NBA championship, that's going to be the first time in history that, so they say, 2 teams from the same state have won in 2 different NBA and NHL, NBL, and all that other stuff. And I've lost chat. Why do I keep losing chat? Did you know Man City has an esport team? I did not. Not real big. Panthers. Is it it's not the Panthers? I thought the Panthers were elsewhere. I can't remember. I'll find out. Hang on. Alex, did you seriously leave and come back thinking that we were going to speed you up getting back in?
No, I did it because it's funny.
I think what we should do what Jim said, just kick him out.
Well, I think if we get to a certain level, like 8, he's gone.
You did it 2 times.
Where are we at now?
7.
That was before you get kicked out.
The Panthers. Seriously?
Oh, what are you on for? We all can have some.
Do what, William?
What are you on for? We all can have some.
I don't think he quite understands that.
No, I don't.
Well, you said you found it funny that by you leaving and coming back in. I turned the bell off so you can, next time you go in there, leave and come back in as many times as your little heart desires, because we ain't going to hear it. William was asking you for whatever the drugs are.
Away all the fun.
Pardon?
That takes away all the fun.
No, it doesn't. Because if I don't tell you that the bell is off, you're not going to know. Oh wait, let me re-enable the bell just so you can have some fun. Okay, bell is re-enabled. So when you leave next time, which is going to happen real shortly, you leave, come back as many times as you like, till your heart's content. And William was asking, whatever you're on, in other words, your drugs you're taking, the alcohol you're drinking, whatever, do you have more of it so you can share with us so that we can find it funny?
No, I don't. But if I don't, and also if I don't hear the bell, if I don't hear the ding dong on the stream, it ain't funny either.
Well, we know that it's not funny. That's the whole point. We know it's not funny. Only you think, if we were to take a poll of all 11 participants plus however many's on chat, if it's funny, there might be a single vote, and that would be you.
Hot and heavy tonight.
Getting there. Maybe get to 17 tonight.
If,
Wouldn't that be
Josh
cool?
was here, I know he would vote for me.
Well, of course he would.
Hi, Rick.
They are the Florida
Hello.
Panthers. Thank you, Sonny Scott Ford. I did not know that until just now, and I went and verified it. Wintermute says Florida Panthers equals hockey. I did not know that. Go catch back up with chat a little bit.
Well, I certainly didn't know it, but then again, to know it would mean I care.
Why, the thing that threw me is I saw a headline where the Panthers fired their GM, and I'm thinking, now that I know they're in the Stanley Cup Finals, why in the world would they fire their GM? It's like, that's the pinnacle of, that's their championship. Why get rid of him? Roy says, hello, Rick. The whole group should play a game of your choosing.
Who did we just lose?
Looks like we lost Alex.
What?
He left on his own.
Did he leave on his own? Oh, good.
Yeah,
Lord.
nobody let him out.
No.
What?
Okay, so he can sit there for a minute. He left so he could hear the bell ring on the stream. The whole group should play a game of your choice. It would be one hell of an entertaining experience. Yes, if we played Texas Hold'em, that would be an experience. Because we would have to be explaining the game to someone. I'm not mentioning names. He lives in a state that starts with an A and ends in an S.
All in.
Yeah, exactly. I got a 2 and a 3. What said you? Go all in.
Ken,
Yeah, Sean.
we got this bread at Costco. It's really good. Blueberry with like, oops.
You were saying?
The 3-second rule applies. 3-second rule.
That was good.
I'm not gonna be like what's his name? What's his name?
I don't know his name.
What's his name?
Turn off my camera while I eat.
Oh, that was funny.
He left.
Alex.
He's in caps.
Again, you're using capital letters in chat. And again, that indicates you're screaming and yelling. And again, don't do it again. Are we clear? Are we on the same sheet of music? Do we have an understanding?
Yes.
By the way, why the hell did you leave chat on your own to come back in just to hear the bell ring on?
You know why? You know why that's why. Yes.
So I will send you a little bell so that you can hang it above you. And when you want to hear it, you can reach up and go ding ding, and then you'll be happy. How's that sound?
No, that's not the same thing. Yeah.
I'll tell you what, I will do a special Da Vinci specifically for you, and it will involve a bell. How's that?
It's not the same thing. It's got to be the bell on the Zoom.
Alex, you know you're about to be kicked out for the night. If you hit a certain amount of waiting rooms, you're just gonna be gone for the night. I would calm down and chill out because you're about to be gone for tonight.
Yes.
Just like
Sam says
like the
Texas
other day,
Hold'em
you
is
were
a
gone.
poker game. Yes, it is.
There might be a way you could go into the Zoom directory and get that bell sound.
I don't need to go into Zoom to get that bell sound. I can probably do it. I've got 5 minutes for the stream in. I can probably do it before the stream ends, but I'll do something special. I got it. I'm going to add that bell to your telegraph ad. Hey, Stealth.
You're going to put that bell as my ringtone on my text message phone, so you'll know not to answer it when
No, I'm not going to do that. That's not going to happen. But I will put the bell sound on your. Let me go show that real quick so everyone knows what I'm talking about.
I think the iPhone has
Peter,
that
but-
bell sound.
So if you're watching YouTube right now,
I'm wrong.
instead of
Peter, but
the music and the
I
someone
confess
saying they
I'm-
can admit
I'm
when they're
wrong.
wrong, and I believe it was Brian that said, "Oh."
I
I key in on that more than I key on what Alex said. But tomorrow night, that'll have,
I'm wrong.
as Alex calls
Peter,
it, the
but-
Zoom bell in it.
I confess.
It won't be that hard to get. Texas Hold'em, I just barely know how to play cards. I mean, the last time I played, I was sitting second highest amount of chips, and I went up against a chip leader, and I had just told myself, don't do something stupid, when I did something stupid, and I finished in 4th place. If I would have just not done something stupid, I was guaranteed second because the 2 smaller stacks didn't have but 3 or 4 chips, and I would have put them out in a heartbeat. But I did something stupid and I lost.
Speaking of poker, the World Series of Poker just started out here.
Yep, it sure did.
The buy-in, the big one hasn't started yet, but there are some of the smaller games are going on.
I think the buy-in for the big one's 25 grand, I believe.
10.
10?
Yeah, 10,000.
Oh, I saw one that they were advertising at 25. I'll have to go see what that one
There
was
may
for.
be another specialty game, but the Hold'em game is 10.
Yeah, my friend finished 270th out of 1,016
Yeah.
participants, which that's pretty good. Didn't get no money
There's-
though.
Some other games like Omaha and stuff like that, that
Yeah,
I would not be any good at all. I'm not very good at Hold'em.
I can't figure Omaha out.
I know how to play hands. I'm not good at reading people, which is one of the secrets of being a good poker player.
That and with the group that I play with, you have to remember their traits and their tendencies because, and I'm sure I have the same thing. They don't change them.
Yeah, well, we had a group my wife and I used to play with a lot. Kind of stopped doing that during COVID. I think they still get together occasionally, and I know most of the people there, how they play, although one or two of them play regularly on the strip and actually win a little bit. Not in the big cash games or anything, but just the ones you can walk in off the street and do.
I played one time in a casino.
I played once at Red Rock years ago.
Yeah.
Hey, Ken.
Yeah.
In the Zoom chat is the chime, the bell chime that he wanted. I found it online, and I downloaded the Zoom sound effects. So I got I got the chime, I got the doorbell, I got the log off, I got the testing speakers, and I got the waiting room noise sound effects off the line. And I drug and drove the chime into Zoom chat.
Thank you. I downloaded it. I'll go verify that it actually did show up where it's supposed to. With my computer, you never know. Oh, I do want to show you guys something after the stream ends to see if you can figure out how this happened.
There you go. I gave you all 5 of them.
I only need one.
Hmm.
And that shows going there. Okay, so now, I could research that later.
Mm.
Don't want that. So let me go look to see who was first tonight. I believe it was Tony Wallow, was it not? Pretty sure it was.
Oh boy.
Yep, Tony Wallow was first. Bobby Warren was second. William Dawson was third. Josh Kinder says, I am number 4. And my immediate thought went to a movie that's called I Am Number 4. And that'd be a scary thought if he was truly number 4. Good movie, by the way. I liked it. I downloaded that. And where it said it put it and where I'm looking at, they are not adding up. In other words, it's not there. So I'll re-download it in a minute. Figure out what went wrong there. So it's
Hey, Alex,
Yes.
you want to hear that bell so much? Go ahead and download that sound effect, and you can hear it all you want. Set it on repeat on a media player, and just
yeah,
He only wants to hear it if you can hear it too, Sean.
exactly. So it's annoying to everybody. There comes the roll showing everybody where they live. And I don't remember if I changed for tomorrow night or not. In fact, I know I didn't change it for tomorrow night. So pay no attention to the time for tomorrow night. Alex, write this down. Tomorrow night's stream will be 9 o'clock, my time. Moving forward, it's going to always be at 9 o'clock. The only time it will not be 9 o'clock if something were to come up and I can't be here at 9 o'clock. Otherwise, Alex, repeat after me.
Okay.
Ken Stout Live
Ken Stout Live
is the greatest creator on YouTube. I'm waiting. You got one more.
Is the second best creator on YouTube.
Who's first in your mind before I put you in the waiting room for the rest of the night?
Me?
Nope, I forgot to change it. I knew I did something wrong because tomorrow's Thursday, not Wednesday, and it will start at 9 o'clock. So good night, everyone. Thank you, Nova, for being here. Thank you, Roy. Thank you, Stealth Mode. Thank you, Tony. Thank you, Mike Wojcik. Thank you, One Fish, Sam, Wintermute. Greg Guy was, I believe, 6th tonight, he said. And then he said something about, let's all ignore Alex. Yes, good idea. Don't see any other names showing up that I've missed. Brian was there. Thank you, Brian.
Oh, 7th.
Got 11 likes, 14 people watching, and 11 likes. That's a good percentage. I like that. I really do like that. So good night. See you tomorrow night at 9 o'clock. Alex, what time am I streaming tomorrow night?
10 o'clock.
oh my god.
Alex, what time am I streaming tomorrow night?
Oh, whoops.
I put him in there. I think he's trying to be